RV and you've got the 1 o'clock game. Mario told me that Matt was driving his truck and the brakes went out. So then he had to take me to the store. So I said, well, when you and I get done with the 1 o'clock game, I go get Matt and every time we come over one. Yeah, it's your birthday. It's your birthday. That's right. It's your birthday. All those things, happy birthday, won't you like that? Yeah. Okay, so they're 4, 11, 2, 5, and 3. Ooh, I had a pretty close. And we welcome you to the Raleigh County Convention Center, Dave Barksdale Court. I'm Maris Lowry with Eric Thomas as we're getting you ready for this girls matchup between the Hawks of University from Morgantown taking on the Beckley Flying Eagles from obviously here in Beckley. And Eric, we think we're going to be in for a good basketball game. University brings a 7-2 mark into the game. Beckley comes off a big win the other night over Wyoming East. They are 5-2.
Yeah, and this game is of huge importance, I think, for the Beckley program. As you're going to probably cover, they've never gotten a victory against the University Lady Hawks, so something's got to give tonight if they're able to get a victory, and University definitely wants to stay undefeated against the Lady Flying Eagles.
Well, you know, I said the other night, and I don't know if I said this on the air, I know I said it after the game, and I did have a chat with Beckley assistant coach, Coach Henry, and I told him and see if he would agree with me, and he did, that I thought that win the other night against Wyoming East, where Beckley led wire to wire, won the game 60-47. I thought it was their best complete game from the opening tip to the final buzzer in the last 3 years. Now, that was my take in Coach Henry after he said, yeah, he thought about it. He thought rightfully so. Now, I didn't get a chance to talk to head coach Brian Neighbors about it to see what his take would be on that. But what do you think about that?
Well, in the games that we've done and we talked about it, we always talk things out. And I think as far as taking care of the basketball, rebounding, sharing, yeah, I think it was the most complete game wire to wire.
And
Beckley.
one of the things I think that gave Beckley advantage the other night, and I don't know if that'll be the case here this evening against University, but the length and the width of the floor, not like a normal high school gym where they normally play in. And I think with the Beckley's, the length that they have and the way they were able to get up and down the floor and push the ball, I think playing in this building was a big advantage for Beckley the other night.
And it was, and I think they were real effective in getting some early shots to fall, Mayor, from turning over Wyoming East. And the way they did, when they did that, I think everything else snowballed, and they were more active defensively. And you stated, I think the last time we did a game was back in December with Princeton.
Right.
The team has grown tremendously from that game point to now.
Yeah, it doesn't even look like the same team.
Yes.
Now, on the flip side, University's really good. They're 7-2, and I had a chance to talk to their head coach, Sammy Lusk, and also talk to some of the girls because they didn't come down here together. They each drove, so they came in dribs and drabs, and as I was waiting to get the information, I had a chance to talk with this group of girls, that group of girls, and they're 7-2. One of their losses was to Morgantown, 70-31, and they said Morgantown is very good, and I don't doubt that Morgantown in boys and girls basketball is always really good, and their other loss is to Martinsburg, but they played some top quality teams, and this is a big challenge for them. They have Beckley here this evening. They'll play Huntington tomorrow. Yeah,
and it's always good for them to come down and play in this tournament. And you're right, Morgantown's good, Martinsburg. You're talking about the cream of the crop when it comes to basketball teams in the state with Morgantown. I think they played in the last 2 or 3 state championship games. So not losing to them, by that score, they're probably in the same region. You got better playing them, and this will be a handful. This is not, no disrespect to Wyoming East, and other than Greenbrier East, this will be Beckley's toughest task other than GW.
Yeah, and I tell you, I had a nice chance to talk with University's leading scorer, Brianna Fox. She's warming up in front of us. What a nice young lady, and we had a nice chat, and this is a very confident group. I got, they weren't arrogant, but a very confident bunch, and they've had a lot of success over the years. And I like, they were talking about their state tournament loss to St. Albans last year and how they graduated a lot of players, but they've got a lot of seniors back on the team. So this is a senior-led team by University, and Beckley, same way. They're not as many seniors, but Zoe Williams has really been the stable on the offensive end of the floor area, coming in at 19 a game, while Alana Ellis with 10 points going into the Wyoming East game and averaging, right at eight rebounds, almost a double-double.
Yeah, and that's the one I want to touch on. We always know what Zoe's going to bring to the table, but I think the senior Alana Ellis, she does a lot of stuff that doesn't show up in the stat book, man. I think she's the core of the team as far as she's the epitome of working on your game and getting it better. We've seen her grow and grow and grow over the years, and I think she's a force on the glass. She's a force as far as getting rebounds and getting everybody going defensively.
Both teams going through their warm-ups. We'll take our first commercial break as you are watching live streaming coverage of the 8th Annual New River CTC Invitational being presented by Little General Stores and by Southern West Virginia Chevy dealers here on Video Productions.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy Trail, fuel up the way West Virginians do at Little General Stores. From the trail snacks to cold drinks and fuel to keep you rolling, we've got everything you need before you head into the hills. We're proud to be part of your ride, rooted in West Virginia and built for the backwoods. Little General Stores, fuel your adventure. West Virginia.
Chevy trucks are as capable and dependable as the Chevy people who drive them. You probably know one. Your sister. Your buddy. The ones who always show up. They all have that little extra something. And maybe you got it too.
Start the year-end drive right now. Well-qualified buyers can get 1.9% financing on 2026 Silverado 1500 models with over $7,000 in total value when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
And we welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center here in Beckley. I'm Maris Lowry with Eric Thomas. Levi Bonhart is producing and directing here. And Eric, this is the first of 2 games you and I will have. It's 7-2 University against 5-2 Beckley in this girls contest. And then what will follow in the nightcap at 8 o'clock, it'll be Beckley Christian taking on Pikeview. Now, we've already had 2 games played. The 2:45 game this afternoon, Summit Christian defeated Summers County in a boys game 71-63. In the game that just concluded before this one in a boys game, Sherman down Greenbrier West 52-38. So this has been a great event. This is the 8th annual New River CTC Invitational here. And, Eric, we are rounding third and headed for home as after we get through tonight, one more day tomorrow, which it's been a great week of basketball and great for the coaches, the players, the fans, our audience, and definitely for us, this broadcast.
Yeah, and you know what? The good thing is how great the weather has been, man. It held up. Last year was pretty much a blizzard came through and really spoiled the tournament, but it's been great. A lot of great action.
Well, in this game, we're getting ready to call Beckley and University. We know how Beckley likes to play, their style of play. They want to push it when they can. And University, from watching and also broadcasting their games in the past, they like to play the tempo up and down the floor as well. So I think we're going to be in a very intriguing game. I think the team that's going to be able to be successful is who can play the best half-court defense.
Yeah, and I think also that's going to come into play on this court, turnovers. And I know it's cliche to say, but I think Beckley has the advantage. Beckley has to do what it does best, and I think that is one and done. If they miss, you have to rebound the ball really well to try to get a victory here tonight.
And, like we talked about, Beckley with Zoe Williams coming in at 19 points a game, Alana Ellis at 10 points a game. On the flip side, University almost mirrors that as they have Brianna Fox at 21 a game, and they have Whitney Cox at 10. So you have Beckley 19 and 10, their 2 top scorers. University 21 and 10, almost exactly the same.
That's right. So whoever can get something that, out of the other role players, that'll go big into like the other night against Wyoming East. You had Avalon Lynch score a few. You had Maggie Ringwald came off the bench and really infused, scored 68 points. So whoever's role players can come in, because the stars are going to be the stars. The best players are always going to show up and be the best players. And
another thing too, the fact that University's played 2 more games than Beckley, I don't think that's really going to matter.
No, I think Beckley, both of them have, they haven't dodged anyone. I mean, Beckley's losses are key losses. They lost to GW, a great team in GW, the number one. They were number one at that time.
4A, right.
4A, number one in 4A, and they lost to the number one 3A team on their court, Greenbrier East.
Right. Beckley won their first 4, then dropped 2 in a row, then got back in the win column the other night when they beat Wyoming East. So we're getting ready to have the player introductions. University, of course, the visiting team will be wearing the black uniforms trimmed in red and gold. And I think it's kind of a neat color pattern, the way that kind of old gold and red blends in with the black. Of course, Beckley will be wearing the home white uniforms. And the head coach for University is Sammy Lusk. And, Eric, you have their starting lineup.
Okay, they'll roll this way. We'll start with the leading scorer for University, Brianna Fox, as you stated, coming in at 21 points a night. Isabella Hall, Whitney Cox, Maddie Campbell, and Cheyenne Bischoff.
And that's how University will go. As we mentioned, Fox leads them in scoring at 21 a game, Cox at 10 a game. For Beckley, they will start with Zoe Williams. She's the leading scorer at 19 a game. Alana Ellis with 10 points and 8 rebounds per game. Carson Gunner, Danya Burton, and Avalon Lynch will be the starting 5 for Beckley coach Brian Neighbors. So we're moments away from getting this game started, and one thing that I think that both teams are aware of the fact, even though they haven't played that many times, Eric, and it seems like Beckley and University have just started to play more in recent time in both girls and boys basketball. Beckley girls have never beat University. Will they be able to do it for the first time here tonight? We will see.
Got to get off the snide tonight, and University is a tough out.
So Beckley being introduced. And, University knows when they come to this event, they're getting 2 quality opponents. As I said, they play Beckley tonight and then got to bounce back and play Huntington tomorrow afternoon at 2:30.
Their tour of the Southern West Virginia schools, and, you get used. You want to play outside of your area because you may run in. These 2 teams could possibly see one another down the road.
Yeah, it's possible that University could end up seeing Beckley and or Huntington in the state tournament in March. And, you know, like you said, you want to have a feel for some of the other teams that's not in your region, in your district, so you have a kind of feel of what you got to do, right?
Yeah, that's right. Because, and you know, it's not like it used to be. There was a different type of style of basketball, you know, from the northern part towards the south now. You know, most teams play a lot alike now, but it was always it was like a culture shock sometime when these teams will play one another. And,
you know, now, too, Eric, a lot of these players, they know each other, too, from camps and playing in the summer and all the travel they do. It's way different. You know, they might even be, they'll be battling against each other tonight, but some of these girls might even be teammates on certain teams in the summer, right?
Making TikToks together and high-fiving one another, which is that's the way the world is now. And it's good to know a lot of different people, man, because a lot of these girls, if you play the next level, you might be teammates.
That's right. So Alana Ellis in the center circle for Beckley and Maddie Campbell in the center circle for University. We're ready to get the ball game underway. We think we're in for a really exciting girls basketball game. University 7-2 and Beckley 5-2. Everybody's set, and we're ready to put the ball in the air. And we are underway, and the tip will be controlled by Beckley. They'll be going to the basket to our right. University is going to start in a zone, Eric, and try to force Beckley further out.
And this is what Beckley went against the other night. Is if you remember the Wyoming East Lady Warriors, that's what they did. And so Beckley, they played well against the zone the other night.
So let's see what Beckley does. This is the first possession of the game. Here's Lynch. Burton had a really good game the other night. Skip pass to Zoe Williams. Zoe Williams finds Gunner in the corner for three. A nice look, and it won't go, a little long, and here comes the University Lady Hawks. Here's Fox
good opening possession. Sorry to overtalk you, but just missed a wide open look, and they passed it well, and that's what you do.
Fox around the screen. She traveled. And that's a nice play. Beckley able to hedge out on the ball screen at the head of the lane there and force the turnover.
And we can see what the game plan is going to be. Put your best athlete in Donya Burton on Bree Fox and see if she can force her, and now it will look like some extended pressure here.
And back the other way, got Fox on Burton. Athlete on athlete, right?
Well, I think this is going to be a little half-court.
And Lynch in trouble there.
It's going to be Universities.
And the ball will turn it over to University. But that's one thing we talked about on top in our pregame area, taking care of the ball, as you mentioned. And like I said, who can get the stops on the defensive end?
Yeah, and that's literally University just stole a possession, right?
So here comes University. They've yet to attempt a shot. We're a minute into the game. Here's Fox with it.
So now it looks like a 1-3-1. Coach Brian Neighbors getting in his bag of defenses.
Here's an open three over top of the zone. It won't go, and Burton skies for the rebound. That shot was put up by Bischoff, and Beckley will run as they get the ball down to Carson Gunner, and she lays it up and in right of the lane.
Way to keep your eyes up, Donya Burton, with the assist, and Gunner running the floor.
So that's a good sign if you're Beckley, loving that you're one of your post players like Gunner able to run the floor, catch the pass, and lay it in for the first basket of the ball game.
And the length of Beckley, if you look, they have some size and some length, and they're well schooled, well coached on defense.
Fox, they cut her off.
Wide open look.
Yep, straight away. That's one of the easiest three. Not that it's easy, but that's maybe the easiest shot is Cox able to drain the three ball.
And that's one of those great dribbling on the baseline, finding the shooter.
And when I say it's easy, what I mean as opposed to shooting maybe from the corner or maybe even to the wing.
I mean, I know what you mean. That straightaway three is the easiest one to take.
Yeah, and not that it's easy. It's only easy if it goes in. Right, easiest one to take. That's right. So here's Beckley working it out high. Yeah, you can hear right away Coach Neighbors how to move the ball. Yeah, I mean, a little slow with it right there.
Yeah, the pace right here is what.
Lynch just into traffic and turns it over. And here's Fox ahead of the pack, but Beckley's able to get back. Here's a three ball. Good. Right down the chute again for Whitney Cox. She came in averaging 10, and she's got the first 6. Burton on a drive down the lane. Now Burton, a nice bounce pass to Carson Gunner, and Gunner couldn't handle it. Goes out of bounds as Shallow Mack will check into the Beckley lineup.
Great decision by Burton right there. Gunner just couldn't control it. And as you see the knockdown.
Splash down. I had a nice little chat with her before the game as well.
Well, she told you. She said, mention my name when you see these threes
Yeah,
going through the.
yeah. You know, they laughed. I said, when you go back to the hotel and you watch the replay, you'll probably say, I wish that broadcaster keep his big mouth shut. But these are fine young ladies. Maybe that was probably a shot that should have been taken that time, and University turns it over. That time, that was a Hall who turned it over, and here's Beckley.
And right now, the pace of the game is in
University's
yes.
favor. Zoe Williams for three, a little strong, and the rebound comes down to Cox for University. Cox weaving her way through Beckley traffic, and that's something if you weave your way through Beckley traffic, especially at this hour, right?
I'll say if University gets a bucket here, I think you'll see a timeout, early timeout here by Coach Neighbors.
Fox will dial it up from downtown. It won't go as Ellis will clears the rebound for Beckley.
Because the offense has been, the last
stagnant.
3 possessions have been
very
bad.
stagnant, yes. Here's Gunner. Mack puts it on the deck.
Nice ball fake.
Attacks the basket, finds Zoe Williams. Three on its way. It's short. Gunner with an offensive rebound, and the putback is good.
And that's why you got to get the ball up on the glasses. Carson Gunner has the first 4 for Beckley.
So right now it's Cox 6 and Gunner 4, right?
Yeah, hey, and we said the role players, as far as Beckley right now, your big gun hasn't scored yet.
There's a 15-footer by Fox, no good.
And that would be Zoe Williams.
Yep.
But, you know she's going to get hers because she lets the game come to her. But it's all about everyone else filling in. Going to get a nice high ball screen by Ellis.
Here's Zoe Williams with it now. 3.5 remaining opening quarter. Maybe try to go the high post to Ellis. Coach Neighbors wants him to move the ball a little quicker. Ellis looks for a cutter.
And this is what you have to do. You got to move it quick to get the defense to shift and then find the gaps.
Yeah, very deliberate on the offense, at least on this possession. Anyway, that's a tough pass to make all the way across the court. Shallow Mack off the dribble into the lane. The ball is tipped out. Zoe Williams retrieves it for Beckley. Mack open in the far corner, and we got a whistle. What do we got? Maybe a 3 seconds. I think we got a 3-second call on Ellis.
That's the first one since
right.
we've been broadcasting.
And remember, I'd said that earlier. I
yes.
said one thing I hadn't seen this week was a 3-second call, and there's a 3-second in the lane on Alana Ellis. University, they break the pressure. Cox has the hot hand. She's already scored all 6 points with 2 3 balls.
And I like how University broke the defense, the press, and then set it up.
But, yeah, the pace has really slowed down. Here we are, 2.5 remaining in the first quarter and just 6-4, and I think this pace favors University. Fox thought about the three, gets inside the three-point line. Zoe Williams all over her, closing out. Here's a three, and that is short. That three is put up by Whitney Cox. It's out of bounds, and it will go over to Beckley.
Looks like they'll extend this 2-2-1 pressure right here again.
And that's why you really, if you're Beckley, got to take care of the ball. There's a nice skip pass to get the ball across the midcourt stripe. Ball deflected, and after the turnover on Zoe Williams, she'll commit the foul.
Yeah, and I think Zoe Williams right there should have attacked the crease. And when she catches it here, that dribble, she can get through the crease and pull up with her mid-range.
So that's the first foul of the game. So we're under 2 minutes for the first quarter. And this has been a long filling out period, hasn't it, Eric? Because neither team can seem like they can kind of get any kind of rhythm.
They're both tight.
Yeah. There's a 3-ball put up, and that's strong. That 3-ball that time was put up by Bischoff, and here comes Burton.
Now, here's where Beckley can make strides.
And she turned it over. Yep. Double dribbled. You're right. Beckley had numbers.
You know what happened?
And turned over. Yep.
It looked like she was going to try to throw the pass to Zoe Williams, and I think the University person flashed in front of her, and that's one of those unforced errors.
Yeah, that time I think you just keep going until somebody picks you up, and if not, you go all the way to the basket.
Yes, in transition, you got to draw the defense.
Right.
Dribble, make that defender make a decision.
Make them commit, yes.
Nice
There's a drive. Yep, baseline shot won't go, and the rebound is Shallow Mack as that shot was put up by Hall. Burton with it. That's a tough pass to make, and maybe overpass as Zoe Williams probably just should have shot that
Zoe needs to shoot that. Zoe Williams, be offensive.
Yeah, right now, Beckley, like I said, they just don't look right offensively.
Well,
and University's got a lot to do with that.
I was going to say the caliber of opponent has a lot to do with it, but it's tight, right? It seems like they're playing tight. Just get in the flow of the game.
Yeah, I think they're thinking too much. Just
That's
go play, right?
When you think, you're more mechanical. You are. You got to let the game come easy.
Yeah. Here's Burton. They get a ball screen. Burton with a little hop into the lane, puts it up and in. Nice play by Burton.
Ties it up.
Back the other way. Here comes University.
Ooh, almost a steal by Burton. Yep. Active hands.
There's Fox, has it way out high.
High ball screen.
Yep, around the screen. Going to spot up, think about the three. Nice defense by Burton. Here's a baseline drive. That shot is put up about 10 feet, won't go. That shot put up by Hall, and it's out of bounds.
What a box out by Gunner.
Yes, and over to Beckley.
They're clapping on that's the box out. That is, if you don't get the ball, nobody else can.
And that's what Coach Brian Neighbors really applauding his team for that effort. That's one thing, Eric, as we've seen both teams having a hard time putting the ball in the basket, but you can give that defensive effort all the time.
Yeah, and it's a thing that's as true as time, right?
Yes, Burton's shot was way too strong. The ball's out of bounds, and it will be off of Beckley, and it'll go back to University.
When I was getting, my point is, still the three main things that make you win basketball: fundamentals, making shots, and not turning it over.
So it's been a struggle for both teams offensively, but defense has had a lot to do with that as well. Here's an open look for three. It's short. That three ball put up by Cox. She has 2 threes, the only 2 made baskets in this first quarter for University. Gunner, nice pass down. Zoe Williams lays it up and in. That was a nice play by Carson Gunner to find Zoe Williams underneath for the easy bucket. And that's the end of the first quarter. At the end of one, it's a 2-point Beckley lead, 8-6. We'll take a break, come back for the second quarter as you're watching live streaming coverage of the 8th annual New River Ctc Invitational being presented by Little General Stores and by Southern West Virginia Chevy dealers here on Video Productions.
L&S Toyota wants to be your car dealer. Proudly serving Southern West Virginia for over 30 years. Locally owned and operated, L&S Toyota offers Toyota's impressive lineup of vehicles with no market-adjusted prices or hidden fees. We have new inventory arriving daily, and our Toyota-certified sales staff would love to demonstrate the features along with the benefits of owning a Toyota. View our inventory online at lstoyotabeckley.com or stop by our showroom at the corner of Eisenhower and Robert C. Byrd in Beckley and see why so many people don't settle for less than L&S.
For 50 years, Little General Stores has proudly served West Virginia, fueling families, friends, and communities across the Mountain State. To celebrate our golden anniversary, we're giving away $50,000 to thank you, our loyal customers. Little General Stores, 50 years strong and just getting started.
And we welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry. Levi Barnhart is producing and directing. And Eric, both teams got up down the floor, but both teams had a hard time putting the ball in the basket. And credit to each team's defense. It's a very low-scoring first quarter, 8-6, so Beckley with a 2-point lead.
Yeah, and you're right. Both teams are well-coached, well-versed in what the game plan is. And we're going to see, I think Beckley has possession coming out to start the second quarter. So you usually draw up something, run some good action out of this quarter break here.
Beckley's got a new player into the ball game. Maggie Ringwald has checked in for her first action of the game. And here's Burton with it.
Maggie Ringwald, she's climbed the depth chart and really gave some quality minutes the other night against Wyoming East.
And she has it now. Gunner had a nice first quarter for Beckley. University's pressure starting with the zone, Eric's making Beckley start even further out.
But I like how they're hitting the high post, getting the skip pass. Nice drive by Mack.
Yeah, they cut her off. Don't force it.
Swing it back to her wide open.
Yep, she's open. She'll launch a three and hit right down the chute for Shiloh Mack.
That young lady's improving in every game.
And Beckley now, Eric, going back into the first quarters, they get a steal on a 9-0 run. Zoe Williams finds Burton. Burton left of the lane, lays it up and in.
Nice cut.
And University wants a 30-second timeout as Beckley with its biggest lead. And right now, Beckley on 11-0 run going back to the first quarter, Eric. Not quite a minute in here to the second quarter, and Beckley with the 13-6 lead.
And defense turning into offense for Beckley as they were able to get Carson Gunner got a steal right at the half-court stripe. And the way they got it up the court, and Zoe Williams seeing the floor.
Yeah, their last two, even the three ball with Mack, like you said, the way they worked it around, she had it, gave it up, got it back, was able to spot up, knock down the three.
Got the defense to shift,
yep.
Had a wide open look, and knocked down wide open looks. That's the key. That's good offense.
And with the way that the style, the way Beckley plays, especially like I said on this big floor, the way they can spread you out, getting the turnover and getting easy baskets, that obviously is one of the big keys if Beckley is to win this game.
Yeah, and you know, University's going to have some run in them because they're
too
well
good,
coached
yeah.
and too good. But if you're Beckley, you got to keep answering the bell. You got to keep applying this pressure.
Yeah, right now for University, Whitney Cox has made 2 threes. She's been the only offense that University has been able to muster up, and now Beckley will add full court pressure. Fox gets the ball. She came in, Fox did, averaging 21 a game, but they have really been all over her and made her really work. And they make her work to get the ball across the midcourt stripe. Nice drive to the basket, high off the glass and in. What a beautiful play by Whitney Cox. She's got all 8 points for the Lady Hawks, and that was a beautiful drive and laid in.
And way to attack. And that's the one thing about pressure. If you break it, you're going to have some wide open looks.
Burton maybe a little late on the pass, trying to get the ball to Ringwald in the post.
Yeah, and I like how Ringwald, she posts up, man. She makes a nice target, really sets up really well.
Zoe Williams now over to Mack.
There you go.
Yeah.
High low.
Gunner into the lane, tacks the basket. Maybe got away with the travel, missed the short shot. The ball's out of bounds to Beckley. So it's like play on.
Maybe got away with a travel and a charge.
Yeah, well, the travel,
either or.
The travel came first. But, yeah, a little bit of contact and no call. And it looked like everybody kind of stopped. They were anticipating one of those two calls,
yeah,
right?
Thought the whistle was coming.
So Beckley will keep possession under their own basket. And right now, Eric, it's just kind of hard for this game to get some flow as the pass comes way out high to Burton.
You got to utilize. You got to trust that high post.
Mack for a three. That's too strong. They battle for the rebound. It's off of Beckley, and it'll go over to University. Mack had a good look. That was a little strong that time.
Yeah, and I think they need to really trust that high post entry pass because that's the key, breaking that zone. They're getting a good flash and just not trusting themselves to throw the pass.
Here's Hall with it. Hall gets the ball across the midcourt stripe. They find Fox, spots up, 3 ball on its way. It won't go. Battle for the rebound. Ringwald comes out of there with it. This is when Beckley's at their best. Burton on the move. Finds Mack the trailer. Mid-range shot left of the lane. Won't go. Carson Gunner with the rebound. Put it back up and in.
And I can't say enough about the way Carson Gunner is running the floor.
Gunner playing well. And that's the second time that she's able to get a missed shot and clean it up.
And Bree Fox on the last possession, that was her best look,
yes.
Open look, and she'll get going though. Most players, she'll find her groove.
And Fox has got it now. And get the ball here into the lane. Good Beckley defense. Throw the ball back out to Fox. And they throw it over here to us, Eric. And right now, Beckley's defense has kind of got University really out of their offensive set.
Yeah, and good responding to every pass. Beckley has been able to really shift the defense and put some pressure on this University offense.
Leah Rifle will check into the University lineup as Alana Ellis will check back into Beckley's lineup. And Ellis has it high post. Around the horn they go. Zoe Williams drive into the lane. Little pull-up, that's too strong. And the rebound. That's what you got to do is the rebound that time is cleared by Campbell. Here's Campbell with it. She'll dial it up for 3. On its way, it's short. And the rebound is Ringwald, but it's stolen by Campbell. Fox from the elbow and knocks down a 15-footer from the right elbow.
Points off with turnovers.
Yeah, and that's 1-2. Beckley had secured the rebound, then he threw it away. coming up on the halfway point of quarter number 2. Mack had a little space, thought about the 3. She's 1 of 2 from downtown.
Nice bounce pass.
As Burton gets into the lane, couldn't finish with the left hand, and it's out of bounds off of Burton. It will go over to University as Lynch will check back in. Gunner will check back in for Beckley. And into the lineup will be Patterson, Rachel Patterson for University. She'll get her first action of the ball game. Halfway point of the second quarter. Beckley's led by 7 on a couple of occasions. That's been their biggest lead. Lead is 5 now. Fox will dial it up from downtown, and it won't go. The rebound is to Zoe Williams. Zoe Williams will bring it up. Find Lynch. And that's going to be a foul on University. And that's one thing, Eric. We hadn't had too many fouls called in this game.
And I think that was going to be whistled on Rachel Patterson.
I think so. So it'll be Beckley inbounding the ball into their own basket. 3.5 remaining till halftime. 5-point lead by Beckley.
Maris, 1 team foul each in the whole half.
Yeah, like I said, we haven't had a lot of fouls. Here's Zoe Williams to Gunner. Down low to Alana Ellis, post. And she traveled. Yep, sure did. Looked like she kind of lost. Looked like she lost her balance when she got the ball in the low post. As Donya Burton will check back in, Lynch will come out. Mitchell will get into the Beckley lineup for the first time tonight, as Mack will have a seat. But you notice, too, when Zoe Williams got the ball, Eric Air on the wing, University definitely knew about her. They had 2 girls immediately on her and had her to give up that pass. As here comes Fox with it, or Cox, beg your pardon. Campbell with it. Now to Fox.
Active hands. Both defenses are getting a lot more active.
Cox on the drive into the lane, and it's swatted by Zoe Williams. Good defensive play by Zoe Williams.
Zoe uses her length and body well, and she gets a lot of block shots.
So nice play by Zoe Williams. It'll stay with University. Brianna Fox will put the ball in play for the Lady Hawks. And if Mitchell would have turned around, she might have been able to steal that pass. Fox from downtown, right down the chute.
Yeah, overplay. You don't get that steal, they make you pay.
Here's Mitchell with it. Drives the baseline. They cut her off. Burton on the drive. She finds Alana Ellis down low. Ellis off the glass and scores. First 2 points of the ball game for Alana Ellis.
And big one, stopped a little 5-0 run right by University.
Here's the ball is turned over. Alana Ellis gets to it. Beckley's turned him over. Burton on the move. Dumps it down to Zoe Williams. Williams point blank, lays it up and in.
And a great decision by Burton. Under control, dribbled into the teeth of the defense and got the assist.
Fox will dial it up from downtown. That's short. Mitchell clears the rebound. Burton on the move. Zoe Williams for 3, left side. Good! A 3-ball by Zoe Williams, and Beckley has its biggest lead at 22-13, and University wants a timeout with 1:36 remaining here in the first half. It will be a full timeout, I believe. Yes, it will. We'll take it with them. We'll be right back here on Video Productions as you see the splashdown by Zoe Williams.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us, New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us, New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
L&S Toyota wants to be your car dealer. Proudly serving Southern West Virginia for over 30 years. Locally owned and operated, L&S Toyota offers Toyota's impressive lineup of vehicles with no market-adjusted prices or hidden fees. We have new inventory arriving daily, and our Toyota certified sales staff would love to demonstrate the features along with the benefits of owning a Toyota. View our inventory online at lstoyotabeckley.com or stop by our showroom at the corner of Eisenhower and Robert C. Byrd in Beckley and see why so many people don't settle for less than L&S.
1:36 remaining in the first half, Eric, and Beckley with their largest lead after Zoe Williams knocked down that three. Beckley now with a 9-point lead, up 22-13.
And as you see the Beckley bench, you see Coach Brian Neighbors imploring his kids to dig a little deeper and play. They're playing good team basketball, though, and that was their best stretch of the game. That's why University had to burn a timeout.
So out of the timeout, Beckley will extend the pressure. And I'm sure both coaches are saying, look, we've got to finish this half strong here. The next minute and a half remaining here in this opening half. Beckley 5-2, University 7-2. And here's a steal by Burton. She had it and then retaken back away. And there's Fox getting free and scoring right of the lane. That was a big play for University because they had turned it over, Eric, out of the timeout. And then Beckley turns it back over, and then University gets a layup out of it.
And that's 7 in the quarter for Fox.
Here's Burton on the drive. Burton into the lane with the left hand off the glass, a little strong. Got her own rebound, puts it back up and draw the foul. We'll get to the line, and we'll have free throws for the first time tonight.
First free throws, and let's see who that's whistled on the shot.
Of course, here's also when you see Donya Burton, all the good things she does, this is kind of adventure when she gets to the free throw line.
Yeah, this is second team foul.
So Burton will shoot 2.
And you're right, Burton, you don't know what you're going to get at the free throw line.
And that was well done as she makes the first one. Able to bend her knees and a nice rotation on the ball.
Now bag that up, Donya. Bag that up, Miss Burton.
Let's see if Donya Burton can hit the back end.
Got a lane violation.
And, yes, we do have a lane violation, so she'll get another one.
It actually helped University, though, because it was a rebound.
Well, I think they stopped, though. Maybe Zoe Williams may have not have gotten that rebound had they not stopped because they knew it was a lane violation. So here's Burton, her second free throw. And now Beckley had a lane violation. Zoe Williams in the lane too soon.
So no attempt.
So she's like, man, I didn't even get to even get my second attempt. So the lead is at 8. Beckley extends the pressure. Coming up on the final minute of the half. Burton with the steal. Burton will attack the basket and lay it in. No, she won't with the left hand. And the ball's loose. Burton back with it and now puts it back in. The easy shot she missed, the more difficult shot, Eric, she makes. And now Beckley with its biggest lead with a 10-point advantage. Here's Cox from downtown. It won't go. And Alana Ellis with the rebound for Beckley. I thought that was a really quick shot for University. Here's Zoe Williams, attacks the basket, finds Mitchell. Here's a steal. And here comes University. Fox ahead of the pack. Stops off the glass, up and in. Brianna Fox able to score. Last shot time for Beckley here in the first half. Final 15 seconds. And they turn it over. Cox on the move. Pass over to Fox and a bucket. And just like that, Beckley turns it over twice and gives up 2 layups. And University has taken that lead, which was double digits, and cut it to 6 at the break. At halftime, it's Beckley 25, University 19. University with a little momentum going into the locker room as they turn Beckley over on 2 straight possessions, Eric, and they get 2 layups. We'll take a break, come back, recap the first half. You're watching live streaming coverage of the 2026 New River CTC Invitational being presented by Little General Stores and by Southern West Virginia Chevy dealers here on Video Productions.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy Trail, fuel up the way West Virginians do at Little General Stores. From the trail snacks to cold drinks and fuel to keep you rolling, we've got everything you need before you head into the hills. We're proud to be part of your ride, rooted in West Virginia and built for the backwoods. Little General Store, fuel your adventure for West Virginia.
The purpose of New River Health is to provide primary medical care to individuals who may not have insurance. We don't turn anybody away based on their ability to pay.
It's just high quality, affordable care close to home.
The administration here lets me take care of patients. If I think it's important to take care of patients in a certain way, they say, go right ahead. And that has really allowed me to sort of branch out and do the right thing for patients in the community.
We see these people every day. They're our neighbors. That's why it's important to us that we treat them as if they're family, because they are our family.
Chevy trucks are as capable and dependable as the Chevy people who drive them. You probably know one. Your sister. Your buddy. The ones who always show up. They all have that little extra something. And maybe you got it too.
Start the year in drive. Right now, well-qualified buyers can get 1.9% financing on 2026 Silverado 1500 models with over $7,000 in total value when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
Start your future this spring at New River Community and Technical College. With affordable programs, real hands-on training, and flexible classes at all campuses, your next step starts today. Enroll now at newriver.edu.
West Virginia has mountains of potential.
I grew up in the Kanawha Valley. It's a privilege to be a West Virginian. What we've got to continue to drive in this state is that concept of hope for the future, moving not just West Virginia forward, but moving the nation forward.
West Virginia is for hope.
Hope Gas is lighting the way forward for West Virginia. Learn more at wvisforhope.com.
L&S Toyota wants to be your car dealer. Proudly serving Southern West Virginia for over 30 years. Locally owned and operated, L&S Toyota offers Toyota's impressive lineup of vehicles with no market-adjusted prices or hidden fees. We have new inventory arriving daily, and our Toyota certified sales staff would love to demonstrate the features along with the benefits of owning a Toyota. View our inventory online at lstoyotabeckley.com or stop by our showroom at the corner of Eisenhower and Robert C. Byrd in Beckley and see why so many people don't settle for less than L&S.
And we welcome you back to Beckley Woodrow Wilson High School, actually the Raleigh County Convention Center at Dave Barksdale Court. Maris Lowry with Eric Thomas. And Beckley in this girls' game has a 6-point lead on University, 25-19. Beckley led 8-6 at the end of the first quarter, Eric. Beckley extended its lead to 10, and then University able to get a couple of steals and score the last 4 points of the half to cut it to 6 to make it 25-19. And you have the individual totals for both teams from the first half.
Yeah, and for the University Lady Hawks, the two leading scorers are doing just that. As you can see in the highlights in the backdrop, Mayor says Brianna Fox came in averaging 21 points. She was held to no points in the first quarter, scored 11 in the second quarter, and Whitney Cox chips in with 8 to round out the scoring for University. For Beckley, as balance is the key to the night. Donya Burton and Zoe Williams both have 7. Carson Gunner with 6. Shiloh Mack off the bench with 3. And Alana Ellis with 2 points to round out the scoring for Beckley.
And, Eric, when you look at team totals, really, Beckley didn't really shoot it that bad. Beckley was 11 of 23 from the floor, while University was 8 of 22 from the floor. Beckley was 2 of 7 from downtown. University 3 of 13. University did not get to the free throw line. Beckley got to the line one time and made one. Rebounds for Beckley, they had 16 total rebounds and 5 offensive rebounds, while University, they only had 4 rebounds, and they did not get an offensive rebound. And University turned the ball over 6 times. Beckley turned it over 10. And right now I would say it's anybody's game. Beckley looked like with a 10-point lead, maybe they were going to try to really pull away. But I think it was critical that Beckley turned the ball over the last 2 possessions, and University scored out of it. And now I think University's got a little momentum coming into the second half.
And the points off turnover, if you're Beckley and you turn it over 10 times, and I know for sure there have been 6 points scored off of turnovers.
Yeah, let's see if we got it here on our official
I don't
stat.
know if they do points off of turnovers.
I'm going to look and see if they got it.
But anyway, I think that's what's really got University has the momentum going into halftime with 4 straight points. The press Beckley didn't handle the press as well in the latter part of the second quarter.
All right, we'll take another halftime break. We'll come back, get you ready for the second half as Beckley leads University in this girls game 25-19. We'll be right back here on Video Productions.
Chevy trucks are as capable and dependable as the Chevy people who drive them. You probably know one. Your sister. Your buddy. The ones who always show up. They all have that little extra something. And maybe you got it too.
Start the year in drive. Right now, well-qualified buyers can get 1.9% financing on 2026 Silverado 1500 models with over $7,000 in total value when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
L&S Toyota wants to be your car dealer. Proudly serving Southern West Virginia for over 30 years. Locally owned and operated, L&S Toyota offers Toyota's impressive lineup of vehicles with no market-adjusted prices or hidden fees. We have new inventory arriving daily, and our Toyota-certified sales staff would love to demonstrate the features along with the benefits of owning a Toyota. View our inventory online at lstoyotabeckley.com or stop by our showroom at the corner of Eisenhower and Robert C. Byrd in Beckley and see why so many people don't settle for less than L&S.
For 50 years, Little General Stores has proudly served West Virginia, fueling families, friends, and communities across the Mountain State. To celebrate our golden anniversary, we're giving away $50,000 to thank you, our loyal customers. Little General Stores, 50 years strong and just getting started.
And we welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center here in Beckley with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry. Levi Barnhart is producing and directing. We got Alex Fink, Jackie Moon on camera. We got the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, also here. And we have Andrew Boland as well. As Eric, we think that this second half, I think is going to be a little bit more exciting, a little bit more points scored. Actually, I thought we'd have a little bit more points scored. The first quarter, neither team seemed like they were in rhythm. Beckley led 8-6 at the end of the quarter. The second quarter seemed like they kind of both teams kind of got into the flow. Beckley opened up the lead as big as 10, and University scored the last 4 points of the half to cut the lead to 6.
And I think that was very important for University, as you said. I think they have the momentum coming out of halftime, and the only adjustments, though, I think that Beckley needs to do is take care of the basketball.
Yeah, they had 10 turnovers in that first half. Yeah.
If they can take care of the basketball, in University, the adjustments they need is to get some complementary scores, some more people that can make some points.
And as you said, Eric, when you were given the individual totals, Beckley really spread their wealth around, as you had Donya Burton and Zoe Williams, as you mentioned, 7 apiece, and Carson Gunner was big early in the first quarter. She had 6.
Yeah, and that's key. And we thought, like we both said that the 2 stars will show up. You know what you're going to get with Burton and Zoe Williams.
Right.
You know what you're going to get with Fox and Cox.
And you look at it too. You got Beckley. You got their 3 main girls have given them 20. The team's 25.
Yeah, and Charlotte Mack has been giving them some good minutes off the bench, and I think she's easing into her role and shooting the ball with confidence.
And I think Maggie Ringwald, even though she didn't score, I think she's done some good things in her role as well.
I like her against the zone because I think she really flashes and gets the gist of what Coach Brian Neighbors wants out of the post against the zone.
We're ready to start the second half. There's been 2 games already played here today. At 2:45 this afternoon in boys games, Summit Christian beat Summers County 71-63. The 4:30 game was also a boys game. Sherman beat Greenbrier West 52-39. At the conclusion of this game, our final game of this Friday night edition, it'll be Greater Beckley taking on Pikeview. We're ready for the second half. 25-19 is the Beckley lead. Beckley, like I said, led by as many as 10, 25-15, and then University scored the last 4 points before going into the locker room. And let's see if they can carry that momentum out of the locker room onto the floor to start the second half as they had when they left the floor.
So it looks like Beckley will go with the 5 they started out with, and University as well.
So let's see, it'll be University's ball. And Eric, after scoring the last 4 of the first half, have a chance to score the first 2 or 3 here of the first half. Yes. And Beckley did that at the end of the first quarter, had a run that went into the second quarter like that. So here's University with it. Here's Hall with it. And Beckley now looks like they're going to play man-to-man. It's Fox with a nice bounce pass down low. Though short shot doesn't go. That shot that time was put up by Bischoff, and it's out of bounds, and it will stay with University. So Brianna Fox to put it in play. Campbell has it. Around the horn they go. And they almost threw it away as Campbell had to run it down. Into the lane. Ball's loose, and now they do turn it over. As Alon Ellis able to pick up the loose ball. They get the ball to Alon Ellis into the lane. Burton will dial it up for 3, and it goes. Donya Burton, a 3-ball.
And Burton gets into double figures with that shot.
That's 10 points for Burton. Beckley extends the pressure. They got Hall trapped in the backcourt. She just gets the pass across. And then there's
Lynch.
A foul on Avalon Lynch.
Yeah, a little too much body.
So that'll be a common foul, and University will put the ball in play across the way. Isabella Hall to trigger it in. Gets the ball to Brianna Fox. Now Beckley switched up, got back in the zone, Eric. They played man-to-man the first possession. This possession playing zone. Here's Cox for 3. It's short. The rebound to Burton. Beckley wants to run. Burton with the push. Burton will attack the basket. Lean in. Left it short. Got her own rebound, and we got a foul on the floor. And, she's just, I'm sure, frustrated herself that she didn't make that shot.
Yeah, but the thing, she did everything right but make the shot because she was a lot more under control, came to a jump stop, pump fake, and I think that was on Fox, right? Picked up the foul. Bree Fox picks up 1.
Her first, team's first. Lynched inbound. Tries to get it in, throws it away. Yep, you got to have a little lob to that. And here's Fox. Fox will attack the basket, and she'll lay it up. She won't get the bucket, but there is a foul on Burton, and that'll get Fox to the free throw line.
Bree Fox said, okay, Donya Burton, if I can pick up 1 on that end, I'm going to get you in the foul column as well. Great drive by Fox.
So Fox, in that first half, was 5 of 10 from the floor, and she'll get to the free throw line as she scored 11 first-half points and tried to add to her total here.
And most scorers knock down free throws.
And try to cut into the lead, and the first free throw is up and in. And you did not jinx her on that one.
A 12 of the 20.
And you can see why she's the team's leading scorer at 21 a game. Fox is ready for her second free throw. Like I said, a nice young lady. I had a little conversation with her prior to the game. Second free throw on its way, and she got them both. Silky smooth, as you would say, partner. And now here's Beckley. They break the pressure. And Burton, nothing there. Smart play. If you don't have it, don't force it, right? That's right.
Live to run your offense. There you go.
Ellis, head of the lane. Ellis dumps it down low, and Gunner catches it. Shoots, scores, and what do they caught? They got to travel.
I think they got to travel.
Yep, the ball went in, but no basket. They said she traveled. And as we watch the replay here, nice pass by Lynch, and yep, it looked like she couldn't catch the ball, or she didn't catch the ball clean, Eric. And by not catching the ball clean, it forced her to shuffle her feet, and she turns it over. Here's Hall on the drive right down the lane. Throws the ball back out. That three's going to be way strong. You could tell when that ball left the hand of Bischoff that was going to be too strong. Battle for the loose ball. University outworking Beckley for that loose ball that time. And Fox will dribble out of traffic. Deep three is no good. That three put up by Cox. And University yet another offensive rebound.
And getting all the 50-50 balls, that's going to be short.
Yep, Fox doesn't hit that. And this time Burton says, not on my watch, it clears the rebound. Burton on the move. Lynch is open. She'll dial it up for 3. In and out. Gunner with an offensive rebound and can't get it to go. And here's Hall with it for University. Fox will attack the basket. Count it. If it goes, in a foul. And the foul's on Lynch. as Fox able to hit the basket and see if she can come up to the free throw line and complete the three-point play.
Yeah, Lynch just not set there, and the lead's cut to 5.
So Lynch will come out of the ball game, and Shiloh Mack will check back in for Beckley, as Brianna Fox will try to polish off a three-point play. It's about as quiet as you've heard this building, right?
And most good shooters at the free throw line, she has her same routine.
And she's able to make the free throw, complete the three-point play, and just like that, University down only 4. Beckley's led by as many as 10 in the first half. They've led by 9 here in the second half as Burton puts up a wild shot into the lane. Offensive rebound by Carson Gunner is up and in. Carson Gunner doing work. Ball's loose. Alana Ellis trying to run it down. Can she? And she cannot.
Good effort by Ellis. She didn't. I don't think she knew whether to dive for it or try to pick it up.
So University will keep the possession, put the ball in play in front of their bench.
Left the shooter.
Yep, let the shooter three ball. You don't want to do that. Just a defensive breakdown. Is Bischoff able to knock down the three ball? Cuts Beckley's 6-point lead in half. 4.5 remaining third quarter. Burton around the ball screen. Illegal pick by Gunner. Coach Brian Neighbors not happy with that. That immediately got Coach Brian Neighbors off the bench. He did not like that call. And Gunner barely touched her. And Brian Neighbors said she was stationary, but the referees say no, and Beckley will turn it over on that foul.
14 fouls, 2 in the quarter. So the next one, University will be shooting free throws.
Here's Campbell for 3, shoots for the tie, and it won't go. Now it's a University foul as Mack did a good job blocking out.
I think that was going to be whistled on Fox.
That's right. That will be her second. That'll be the team second. Yep. And University will extend the pressure.
You know who's been really silent in this quarter is Zoe Williams.
Here's Ellis. As soon as you said that, Eric, she must have heard you. She'll pull up and knock it down. Zoe Williams able to hit the little mid-ranger.
Much needed bucket there.
Here's a deep 3 straight away, right down the chute.
Quick
for
release.
Whitney Cox. And University was down 10 not that long ago, down 9 in this half. They were down 10 in the first half, and they were down 9 here in this third quarter, and they've come back to cut it to 2 as Beckley wants a timeout with 3.5 remaining here in the third quarter. It'll be a full timeout. We'll take it with them. 32-30 the Beckley lead. We'll be right back here on Video Productions.
Are you ready to steer your career in a new direction? Look no further than New River Community and Technical College. With brand new simulators and virtual reality equipment, New River CTC's commercial driver's license program provides on-the-road experience before ever getting behind the wheel. You can become road ready by earning your CDL in just 6 weeks, along with a 180-hour certificate. Whatever your dream, New River CTC's CDL program puts you on the route to success. Don't wait. Apply now.
Beckley had a 25-15 lead there, Eric, in the second quarter, and then they had a 28-19 lead here early in this third quarter. But University has come back and they've cut the Beckley lead to 2 with 3.5 remaining here in the third quarter. Beckley has possession out of the timeout, and Coach Brian Neighbors, I think he's still jawing about that offensive foul they called, the illegal screen on Carson Gunner.
Yeah, and University's climbed back in this with the long ball as Bischoff has hit a 3, and Whitney Cox hits her third 3 of the game. Outscoring Beckley right now 11-7.
And Beckley turns it over. University with a chance to tie or get their first lead since early in the first quarter. A 3 ball for the lead is short, but an offensive rebound. And now Alana Ellis comes up with a steal. And then Ellis throws it away. Here's Fox with it.
Yeah, you're looking at probably 15, 16 turnovers by this Lady Flying Eagles at the moment.
Well, they had 10 at halftime. As Fox will shoot for the lead, and she won't get the row, and Carson Gunner clears the rebound for Beckley.
But I think Beckley is not pushing the ball.
As soon as you said that, they heard you again. A nice pass by Burton as Zoe Williams runs the floor and able to catch, shoot, and score, and Beckley extends the lead by 4, 34-30. Back the other way comes University.
And Zoe gets into double figures with 11.
And University turns it over. Zoe Williams, with 11 points.
And I think Carson Gunner got away with a lot of contact on that baseline drop. May be a product of Coach Brian Neighbors working the ref right there.
Very well could be. And who says referees don't pay attention to coaches, right? Maybe that was the case there.
It's like it's 4 fouls to 2.
Yeah. Ellis post up and try to get her the ball. The ball is knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Beckley. Burton thought about the 3. Now get the ball down. Go. Ellis. The double team comes, so she finds Carson Gunner. Burton into the lane, dumps it down for Alana Ellis, and she scores and foul. That was a beautiful pass by Burton as she drew the defense to her. She's able to dump it down to Alana Ellis, and Ellis able to finish the play, draw the foul, and Alana Ellis will try to polish off a 3-point play.
And you know what was good about that? Didn't give up on the post-entry pass because Alana got the first time not in good position, kick it back out, reset the offense, defense shifted. Burton with the drive and the dish.
The free throw by Alana Ellis is good, and Alana Ellis polishes off the 3-point play. And Beckley with a 7-point advantage as they apply full court pressure.
Had the trap there, and they left it.
They whip a pass into the corner. But Beckley is defending that well as they got Bischoff into the corner. Now the ball back out to Fox.
Can't get pinned down right there. Short, though.
That 3 is short, and that is Cox. And she's had some success shooting the 3
Yeah, that
ball.
was a wide-open look.
Yeah.
And it was poor defense by Shiloh Mack, and she'll get some instruction on that. She went under the screen. You got to go over that. Never leave that shooter.
Down low to Alana Ellis. She'll draw the foul again. So Beckley's found something in the post with Alana Ellis as she got great low post position there on the low block. And the basket doesn't go, but she'll draw the foul and get to the line and shoot 2 as we watch the replay there.
And that one's going to be on Isabella Hall, and that'll be her third. Team's third.
So Ellis just polished off a 3-point play.
Excuse me, team's fourth.
She's at the line. She'll shoot a pair. First free throw on its way. It is good.
That's 6 points for Ellis on the night.
Alana Ellis, a senior. Free throw on its way, and she got them both. And Beckley current on a 7-0 run to go up by 9 again. Here's a steal. Burton made it happen into the hands of Shiloh Mack. Nice bounce pass down low, but wasn't there for Mack. She brings it back out.
Great decision.
Mack off the dribble. Nothing there. Over to Zoe Williams. Mack spots up 3 on its way, in and out. Rebound by Burton. Tacks the rim off the glass. It won't go, but Tanya Burton will step up the line to shoot a pair.
And I think Whitney Cox.
She didn't like the call, did she?
Doesn't agree with that one. And I think she might have a case there. So
let's see if we can get the replay on that. I'm not sure we got that. But it'll be Burton at the line. Now, she made 1 free throw. She made 1 free throw, and then on her second attempt, she tried to have a second attempt twice, and there were multiple lane violations as Burton makes the first of 2.
We're going to get the replay here on the putback.
Yeah, not a lot of contact, but like you said, Coach Neighbors may be in the ear of the official. as Burton's second free throw is good. And this is Beckley's biggest lead at 11. And they're currently on a 9-0 run.
And it's out of that timeout. They're playing with a little more spunk.
Here's a shot. That's a three into the corner. It's too strong. Burton runs it down. This is when Beckley's at their best, when they're running the floor. Zoe Williams runs the floor, lays it in, left of the lane.
What a catch.
What a beautiful pass and a beautiful finish by Zoe Williams. And it's an 11-0 Beckley run, and they take a 13-point lead, their biggest lead of the game. Here's Cox with it. Now Fox has it. Final 30 seconds of the third. And a 5-second violation.
She never reset.
Nope. And Beckley with a chance, Eric, to take the final shot here of quarter number 3. And Beckley currently on 11-0 run. So University had momentum when they cut the lead to 2 at 32-30. And then Beckley, like I said, 11 straight. And they did it with a little bit of everything. Offense, defense, going in the post. Zoe Williams thought about it. Final 6 seconds. Going to have to give it up a shot. Going to have to go quick. Burton's going to have to dial it up from downtown. She does just that. It won't go, and that's how the third quarter will end. But Beckley has re-established the momentum as they take a 13-point lead into the fourth quarter with them. Beckley on 11-0 run as they close out the third, and they lead 43-30. Back with the fourth quarter after this on Video Productions.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy Trail, fuel up the way West Virginians do. At Little General Stores. From the trail snacks to cold drinks and fuel to keep you rolling, we've got everything you need before you head into the hills. We're proud to be part of your ride. Rooted in West Virginia and built for the backwoods. Little General Store. Fuel your adventure. To West Virginia.
Chevy trucks are as capable and dependable as the Chevy people who drive them. You probably know one. Your sister. Your buddy. The ones who always show up. They all have that little extra something. And maybe you got it too.
Start the year in drive. Right now, well-qualified buyers can get 1.9% financing on 2026 Silverado 1500 models with over $7,000 in total value when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
And we welcome you back here to the Raleigh County Convention Center. And Beckley has reestablished the momentum, Eric, after University scored the final 4 points of the half to gain momentum, and then got themselves, University did, back within 2 after being down by 9 earlier in the quarter. Beckley finishes the third quarter on a 11-0 run, and they opened up a 13-point lead, their biggest lead of the game.
So the sequence was after University scored an easy three-pointer out. I think it was Cox who hit.
Right.
And Coach Neighbors called the timeout and really implored the team to play some defense, just stop giving up wide-open looks.
So Beckley will have the first possession of the fourth quarter and try to add to their lead and add to their run. And at some point, I don't know if you're University, if you want to come out of that zone. Beckley had, they were able to get good success inside as the ball's knocked in the backcourt and turned over, and a foul on Carson Gunner. And really just a lazy pass that forces the turnover. And you hate that right out of a timeout or right out of the end of the quarter when you set up, your first possession out of that. I mean, you never like it, but it just seems like it stings more coming out of a break,
and
right?
It does, and that was a hard foul. Not anything malicious right there by Carson Gunner because they were going to give a layup up. But, and you're right, the play right there, Donya Burton has done a great job running the floor, running the offense, and that was her poorest decision of the night, as she had Shiloh Mack in the high post and would have been able to get that entry pass.
There's a nice backdoor cut, a nice reverse layup up and in. What a beautiful play by Whitney Cox, and a nice play by Hall. And University scores the first 2 of the fourth quarter, and that snaps an 11-0 Beckley run. Here's Zoe Williams on a drive into the lane. I thought Shiloh Mack was going to dial it up, and she chose not to. Ella's trying to post up.
Jared, that's where. Oh.
Burton will dial it up for 3. It's too strong. Shiloh Mack with the rebound in the lane. Down to Burton. Burton tacks the rim, lays it up and in. Nice play by Shiloh Mack to get the rebound and find Burton, who cuts to the basket, lays it up and in.
14 for Burton.
Once again, a 13-point lead, equaling the biggest lead of the game. Cox has had a big game here for University. I had a nice conversation with her as well prior to the game.
Yeah, Cox has 13.
Try to get Fox on the backdoor cut off the glass. It won't go, but there's a foul on Burton, and that will get Brianna Fox to the free throw line for University.
2 team fouls for Beckley.
So Fox, who's been money at the free throw line tonight for University, will get back there.
Yeah, 16 points.
And perfect at the line, correct? Correct?
Yes.
And the free throw is good.
Money.
When you shoot that good, even the broadcasters can't jinx it, right?
That's right.
That's what Larry Bird said. You know, they talk about this announcer jinx. He said, what do you mean announcer jinx? When you make them like I do, there's no such thing, right? I'm sure Calvin
Facts.
Murphy, Mark Price felt that way as well. Steph Curry in today's game, as Fox able to make both of them. But if University's going to get back in it, they've got to turn Beckley over. They got to get stops.
That's 18 for
Fox.
Fox, yes.
She came in averaging 21. And right there, I said you got to turn them over, and they do. And the run out is good, and a foul by Shiloh Mack. And that's what University's got to do to get back in it. And now, if Fox can polish off the three-point play, she'll be right at her average, as that's her 20th point, and she shoots for 21 here at the free throw line. But Beckley's turned it over the last couple times, and like I said, if University's get back in it, they've got to turn Beckley over.
And they did it. They're listening to you. Shiloh Mack a tad late on that.
And Fox's free throw is good, so she does polish off the three-point play. She's right at her average at 21. And
6 of 6 from the free throw line.
And cut Beckley's lead to 8. Burton. Now to Mack. Mack on the drive. Mack all the way to the basket. Off the glass, too strong. Carson Gunner with a putback. Gunner cleans it up, and Beckley back in front by double digits. Three on its way. It's too strong. That three by Bischoff, and Burton comes out of there with the rebound. Burton on the move. Good ball movement by Beckley. Ellis trying to post up down low. Now Ellis will come to the high post. Now she's got it, dumps it down low to Carson Gunner, and she lays it up and in. What a nice pass by Alana Ellis.
That's 12 for Carson Gunner as she comes up with the steal.
Yeah, the turnover.
Way to reset. Good job by Carson Gunner. She's played a heck of a game.
She has. On both ends of the floor.
They had Zoe. Zoe posted up.
Yep.
Williams. And
they go to Lana Ellis. Ellis finds Zoe Williams. She'll spot up, three ball on its way. Won't go. But there's Carson Gunner cleaning it up again. Puts it back up and in.
Nice power dribble.
And Beckley with its biggest lead of the game here at 14. 4.5 remaining in the fourth.
That's 14. 3 players with 13 or more for Beckley.
But Beckley's definitely won the battle on the boards. There's a nice drive to the basket, and Shiloh Mack will get whistled for the foul as Cheyenne Bischoff will draw the foul.
And the only other player to score for University is Cheyenne Bischoff. She has that 3. She hit the 3 to help cut it to 2 in the third quarter.
The foul will be on the drive, so no shots. University will inbound on the baseline. Beckley with his biggest lead of the game right here at 14. Here's Campbell on the drive. Off the glass, up, it won't go. The rebound to Fox for University, and they'll get a second opportunity on this possession. And that's for University, you've got to try to get extra possessions. That's a deep 3. That short battle for the rebound. University will clean it up, and that's Fox in all that traffic to score.
And that's just Fox wanting the ball more than Beckley.
Mack races the ball down the floor, and she'll draw the foul.
That would be the first foul of the quarter.
Yep. Beckley's committed 4. As you mentioned, Eric, that's University's first of this fourth quarter.
And it was Whitney Cox.
And a timeout on the floor. 3:53 remaining fourth quarter. 12-point Beckley lead. 51-39. A full timeout. We'll take it with them. We'll be right back here on Video Productions.
For 50 years, Little General Stores has proudly served West Virginia, fueling families, friends, and communities across the Mountain State. To celebrate our golden anniversary, we're giving away $50,000 to thank you, our loyal customers. Little General Stores, 50 years strong and just getting started.
.353 remaining here in the fourth quarter, and out of the timeout, Beckley will have the ball leading by 12, Eric, 51-39. Beckley is led by as many as 14, but it's been a good total team effort as Beckley has really spread the wealth around on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, and they've shared, like you said, shared the basketball. Sometime oversharing, I think, and when you can get 3 people in double figures and one more knocking on the door, that's good balance.
And here's the thing, Eric. You know, Zoe Williams is Beckley's leading scorer, but it's nice for Coach Brian Neighbors to know that you don't have to rely on just Zoe Williams every night. There are other players, as we've seen here tonight, able to chip in.
And I love how Zoe lets the game come to her.
And a foul on Shiloh Mack. And there's no way she should have ever went for that. No way she was going to get it as Gunner misses the baseline shot, and Beckley's over the limit. And that's free throw time.
Throws,
yep.
Yes.
So we'll walk down on the other end of the floor, and it'll be Maddie Campbell to shoot 2 for University.
And if you're University, this is what you want because you're cutting into the lead with these if they get these makes without the clock running.
Right. Like I said, on that missed shot, there was no way Shiloh Mack was going to get that rebound. She should have just let that go as the first free throw is good by Campbell. And you got to figure
both teams have shot lights out at the free throw line.
And Eric, you got to figure for 3:49 left in the fourth quarter, and if this free throw is good, and try to cut the lead to 10, and it is not good. It's 11-point lead. This is where you got University got to make their final push, their final run here, as Burton gets the ball across the midcourt stripe. And if you're Beckley, run a little clock and make sure you take care of the basketball, right?
Yeah, you have to take care of the basketball and run your offense. Learn to play with the lead. You don't want to really stall.
Well, not really stall, but I'm saying at some point, University, they're going to sit back in that zone. You can pull them out of the zone by working the ball around. There's a give and go to Gunner. Off the glass, it won't go, but she'll draw the foul.
Nice give and go.
Yeah, both big girls, Alana Ellis and Carson Gunner, have complimented themselves very well in this game.
Passing.
Yes.
Good interior passing.
So Carson Gunner will get to the free throw line. She'll shoot 2.
Her first 2 attempts.
As Mitchell will check in after the first free throw attempt by Carson Gunner.
I say she's spelling Shiloh Mack.
Probably so. As the free throw is good by Carson Gunner. And you are correct, sir. As that extends the lead to 12. But Carson Gunner's had a solid game on both ends of the floor.
And if with this make, she's able to make it.
Nope, see, you jinxed her. Another lane violation. As soon as you said that with this make, you jinxed her, Eric.
I sure did.
So, Carson, when you watch this, Carson Gunner, when you watch this, that is Eric's fault that you didn't even get a chance to shoot that second free throw. 12-point lead for Beckley coming up on the final 3 minutes of the fourth quarter as Hall gets the ball across the midcourt stripe. That ball was almost stolen by Mitchell. They get the ball down low in the post. And that shot's blocked by Burton. And Burton able to get the ball after she blocked it. Burton will right down the lane, off the glass, heartbreak, in and out. And then Gunner will draw the foul on the putback.
Well, Carson Gunner runs the floor really well. And,
that move by Burton, she did everything, but the ball wouldn't stay down.
Yeah, it went ring around the roses.
Yes. Watch the replay coming right at you. That ball right around, and there's Carson Gunther. Let me clean up this spiel right here on aisle 8, right, as Gunner knocks down the free throw. So Zoe Williams will check out, and Shiloh Mack checks back into the ball game.
That's 16 on the night for Carson Gunner.
And make it 16 as she misses the second one. 1 of 2. And the lead's 13 for Beckley, under 3 left here in the fourth quarter. 3 ball dialed up, in and out, heartbreak. That ball rattled out that time by Cox, and here's Burton with it. 2.5 to go. Nice pass to Lana Ellis. Ellis throws the ball back out. Burton on the drive, not there. Like I said, if you're Beckley, you got the ball up 13, you can run clock. Maybe pull University out of that zone. As I say, just dribble it back, move the ball around, eat some clock. And a timeout by Coach Neighbors. And I think that's what he's going to set up. You got the ball, Eric. You're up 13 with 2:11 remaining here in regulation. And I say regulation, it's a 36 time. We'll keep it here. But you would think it'd be hard for University to, we've seen stranger things, but it'd be hard for them to overcome a 13-point lead at this juncture of the game. And that's why Coach Neighbors wants to make sure we're going to take care of the ball. We got the lead. You got to get it in, and you're strong with the ball.
Yeah, and I think one thing, though, I think he's wanting the ball to move.
Yeah, just don't sit there and hold it.
Don't sit there and hold it. Move
it or dribble it.
Yeah. Do something.
Yeah, and that's what he's saying. Yeah, just don't sit there and hold it where the defense can attack you. He's very animated over there in front of the Beckley bench, the learning process here. But this, Beckley, and you would think they would be able to hold on. This is 2 quality wins, Eric, beating Wyoming East like they did the other night, and getting this victory here this evening. 2
quality teams and building a
little momentum, especially after Beckley had lost to George Washington and Greenbrier East. So, Beckley trying to hit their stride right here, right around the halfway point. Here's Mitchell with it.
And they look a lot more brisk, right?
Yes, and you didn't want to get into that. They turned it over. And like I said, right out of the timeout. And, so they put Zoe Williams back in the game. But I'm sure coaches, you hate any turnover, Eric, but like I said, you really hate them after you call a timeout.
Yes.
And you go through all this, and then you turn the ball over. So final 2 minutes of the fourth quarter.
Oh, got away with a travel, I think.
Beckley is trying to run them off the three-point line and make sure they don't get a three-point shot. Here's a 3 ball in the deep corner over there, and it's a splashdown. And Whitney Cox, what a night she's had as she drains a 3.
16.
And now you got to start
averaging 10.
You got to start thinking about fouling. Zoe Williams dials up a 3, says back at you. Zoe Williams from downtown. That's a big shot.
16 for Zoe Williams.
Yep. So Carson Gunner, a big game. Zoe Williams, a big game. Nice little take, laid it up and in. Nice play that time by Bischoff. She's a nice little player.
Yeah, 5 points for her on the night.
And under a minute with the ball up 11, just wait for the foul to come. You really, unless you have a layup, Eric, you really don't need to shoot here if you're Beckley, correct? 5 seconds. But that's what Coach Neighbors told me. You just don't want to sit around and dribble. Pass the ball, move the ball, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's just one of those you can't have that, in a closely contested game. That could be a turning point late in the contest.
So Beckley's 40 seconds away from beating University for the first time in girls basketball as Fox delivers a 3. And University says, wait a minute, we're not done yet. With 37.6 left in it, we've seen stranger things, Eric. A full timeout. Beckley leading 56-48. We'll be right back here on Video Productions.
L&S Toyota wants to be your car dealer. Proudly serving Southern West Virginia for over 30 years. Locally owned and operated, L&S Toyota offers Toyota's impressive lineup of vehicles with no market-adjusted prices or hidden fees. We have new inventory arriving daily, and our Toyota-certified sales staff would love to demonstrate the features along with the benefits of owning a Toyota. View our inventory online at lstoyotabeckley.com or stop by our showroom at the corner of Eisenhower and Robert C. Byrd in Beckley and see why so many people don't settle for less than L&S.
For 50 years, Little General Stores has proudly served West Virginia, fueling families, friends, and communities across the Mountain State. To celebrate our golden anniversary, we're giving away $50,000 to thank you, our loyal customers. Little General Stores, 50 years strong and just getting started.
And we watch this last three ball as Levi Barnhart doing a great job producing and directing. With Eric Thomas, I'm Maris Lowry, 38 seconds. Eric left in regulation, 56-48. And Beckley trying to put University away. Beckley trying to get their sixth win of the season. And for the first time in program history, trying to beat University in girls basketball.
Yep. Trying to get over the snide, right? Get off the snide and get them a victory against. But University's not going away. You get a turnover here.
Yeah, the University committed 3 team fouls. They got to foul one more time, and they almost got the turnover. Maybe they do, and they do, as Zoe Williams turns it over. So not so fast, especially if they hit a 3 here, Eric. It's an 8-point game, and this is something, too. Beckley's got to learn how to be able to close out games, right?
Exactly right. This is a learning.
Got to go fast if you're University. 25 seconds left in the game. They whip the ball down low. Little short shot won't go. And Alon Ellis with the rebound. And maybe that will do it, as they got to foul twice. There's the first foul with 14.3. They have to foul again to get Beckley to the free throw line. So I think that Beckley would have enough to be able to hang on here the last 14.3. Beckley led 8-6 at the quarter, 25-19 at the break, 43-30 at the end of 3. And now Mitchell has it, and she's fouled with 13 seconds left in the game, and Mitchell will get to the line to shoot 2.
And Mitchell will have a chance to get her first points of the night.
The next game will be Greater Beckley and Pikeview. That will tip at 8 o'clock. We'll have a short wrap-up at the conclusion of this game. And Beckley trying to go 6-2 and get University to their 3rd loss of the season. As Mitchell shoots a pair for first free throw, is no good. But a big 1-2 punch, say a 1-2-3 punch from Zoe Williams, Carson Gunner, and Donya Burton. And Mitchell's second free throw is good. She makes 1 of 2. Final 10 seconds of this one. And there's a block from behind as Zoe Williams is able to block it. Beckley can just run the timeout. And Beckley will get their second straight win after losing 2 in a row. They've now won 2 in a row. Your final score, Beckley 57 and University 48. For the first time, Beckley beats University in girls basketball. Beckley goes to 6-2. University falls to 7-3. We'll take a break, come back and wrap this one up. And we'll be right back as you are watching live streaming coverage of the 8th annual New River CTC Invitational being presented by Little General Stores and by Southern West Virginia Chevy dealers here on Video Productions.
The purpose of New River Health is to provide primary medical care to individuals who may not have insurance. We don't turn anybody away based on their ability to pay.
It's just high quality, affordable care close to home.
The administrator lets me take care of patients. If I think it's important to take care of patients in a certain way, they say, go right ahead. And that has really allowed me to sort of branch out and do the right thing for patients in the community.
We see these people every day. They're our neighbors. That's why it's important to us that we treat them as if they're family, because they are our family.
Final score, Beckley in this girls game defeat University 57-48. And it was a nice total team effort by the Lady Flying Eagles. And with the victory, Eric, Beckley will up its record to 6-2. University will fall to 7-3. And you have some of the individual totals of the game.
Yes, the University, the big guns came in averaging 21 points a game. Bree Fox and Whitney Cox averaged 10. They didn't disappoint. Whitney Cox finishes with 16. Brianna Fox, 26, and a perfect 6 of 6 from the free throw line. Beckley, on the other hand, had balance. They had 3 young ladies get into double figures, Mares, as Carson Gunner had 16, Zoe Williams 16, Danya Burton 14, Alana Ellis 7, Shiloh Mack 3, and rounding out the scoring, Nevaeh Mitchell with 1.
Yeah, very balanced attack. Beckley led at the end of the first quarter, 8-6. They led by as many as 10 in the second quarter and led 25-19 at the break. I think the everything changed, Eric, right there when it was 30 midway through the third quarter and then out. Beckley went on a 11-0 run, and they led by 13 at the end of 3, 43-30. And University made a push in the fourth quarter. Beckley holds them off and wins the game by the score of 57-48. Looking at some team totals, Eric, for University, they were 17 of 49 from the floor, including 7 of 30 from downtown. They got to the free throw line 8 times. They made 7. Beckley was 22 of 45 from the floor, 4 of 14 from downtown, and they shot the free throw. They shot well from the free throw line, 9 of 11. And Beckley turned the ball over 19 times, and University turned over 11. And you figure, Eric, there's not too many times when you play a quality opponent like University, if you're Beckley, that you can turn the ball over 19 times and still come out with the win.
Yeah, and I think the one thing that turned the game around, though, was Beckley's ability to get offensive rebounds and do the high-low. Carson Gunner was a big-time factor in Alana Ellis in the second half.
So Beckley gets the win, and now Beckley will have some practice time, Eric. For Beckley, they won't play again until next Saturday, and they'll play right here in this building as they will play against Graham from Bluefield, Virginia. As far as University is concerned, they don't have a lot of time to get ready because their next game is tomorrow afternoon, and they'll take on a very good Huntington team at 2:30.
2:30, and that'll be following our game that we're going to do. I'm excited to do Princeton and Wyoming East, the Lady Warriors versus the Lady Tops.
That will wrap this one up, and the next game, the final game of this Friday edition, it will be Greater Beckley. They are 4-1. They will take on Pikeview, who is 2-4. The game is scheduled to tip at 8 o'clock, and we'll be back on. We'll be on at 7:50 for the 10-minute pregame to get you ready for the final game of this Friday. We appreciate our entire staff, and a great job, as always, producing and directing Mr. Levi Barnhart, and also our entire crew, as we had Jackie Moon on camera, Alex Fink on camera, and also KB Cameron Ball. All right, for Eric Thomas, I'm Maris Lowry. Final score, Beckley in the girls' game beats University 57-48. We'll talk at you at 10 to 8 when we get you ready for Greater Beckley and Pikeview.